have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Let me explain. No, there is too much. Let me sum up.
We came here to play basketball just like you guys.
You know what I'm thinking? 'Cause I have a guess.
Oh, a bunny. You know, the last known case of a bunny attack was, well, never.
What kind of stupid question's that? Still a deep. What else am I going to be, an art park?
I'm here. I'm all right.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Animation Club School is back online yet again. I'm very happy to see that we have some friendly faces in the chat already. Loopy Arts, welcome as usual, with a beverage of water by your side. You're always here to greet us. I'm very happy to see you as well. F&B Animation is asking, why is the stream in English? Because our school is in English. We have people all around the world, but to connect with each other, we chose to have this stream and the courses in English as well. So I'm very happy to see some of the friendly faces. Also, if you're here for the first time or not, tell us where you're from. Are you a student of animation? Do you work? And also, of course, what is your beverage of choice since you're visiting our stream? Is it something hot and warm, like a teacup, or maybe something cool? Maybe you live in the Southern Hemisphere, maybe somewhere in Australia, for example, where it's getting quite hot this time of year. So for those who are new here, I'm Kata. I'm your only and your favorite host of Animation Club School. And today we have a special webinar workshop that we have not only me, but our mentor in classical 2D animation, Edward Kurchevsky, who is a seasoned animator who worked on such amazing projects as Primal, Scavengers Reign, and many, many more. So today we're meeting to discuss this kind of special topic. What can you do to make your animation skills, rise up? Are there any specific ways or journeys or to share? So,
yes, hello everyone. It's nice to have you here. Basically, yeah, my name is Edward Kurchevsky. I'm a mentor in the Animation Club School. I've been teaching for already 7 years, and I had over like 1,000, I guess, students. Like after all these years, and yeah, we basically here our goal is to teach everyone who wants to do traditional animation, and we want to I want to spread my knowledge. I give you my knowledge that I get from two master degrees, one from Polish film school, one from Gobelin, l'École de l'image. And yeah, basically we want 2D traditional animation survive and bloom. That's why we want to have more animators in the world. That's why we're here.
that's a very noble goal. And can you tell us a little bit more what is going to await us today on this workshop?
Basically, today I will explain more about how our course works, what you can expect from the course, and Yeah, well, basically how the feedback sessions works, what exercises you will do during the first course, especially. It's called Foundation, the basics, but it's not that basic as you could think. It's actually very, very profound and complex. You will see it today, and yeah, I will show you some of my students' works and a small presentation.
Mhm. Yep. So you'll basically get some theories, some insights that are general and are pretty specific, but also you'll get some live demonstrations on some of the assignments that our students have submitted into the school and during the courses that Edward is hosting. And you'll see how it actually progresses because we not only ask for the final result, but maybe if they had some step by step. So you can also see how the assignment changes through the weeks. And we could talk a little bit more about that. But also, I have a couple of reminders, of course. If this is something you feel you like what you're doing and you feel that animation is calling you, whether it's something you're starting or like for the first time, or it's something you want to, continue your craft and make it better, Animation Club School is perfect for you. The link is right down in the description. We have a bunch of different courses that are tailored to people who are only starting and people who already kind of know what they're doing and want to improve what they already have. Of course, there's classic 2D animation, but we'll also have new courses on Toon Boom Harmony, which is an alternative software you can animate in, and where part of the animation industry is also based in, and also in visual development. So if you feel like the world of animation is calling you as a whole, this is the perfect time to check it out, either right now because we're not going anywhere, or after the workshop is done. You'll have all the time in the world to do the
Yeah.
courses.
I also want
And
to
also,
add, I
oh
also
yeah,
want to add that soon, I mean, next February, we're gonna have a new course about cleanup, and we're gonna have amazing mentor who was a lead cleanup artist in the Klaus and also was working on the Warner Brothers like Space Jam project. So it's gonna be exciting.
oh yeah, it is exciting. I am very tempted to actually go and try it out in the
Yeah.
first group. And we actually got a question from Loopy Arts. By the way, let me talk a little bit about the questions. I'll make a little quick disclaimer because we're already using them correctly. You can not only leave your applause, compliments, or anything you want to in the chat. You can also ask questions. They have a couple of rules. They have to be on topic. They have to be mindful. They have to be nice in general. And of course, I will ask them all in due time, maybe not immediately, maybe at a better time, like see fit. Just remember to put the word question in all caps before you actually type the question out. So I'll be able to see it on the myriad of little windows I have open on my screen. So it'll be basically a service for you and for me. So, and let's exercise that activity because Loopy Arts is asking a question. So the first question is, will there be courses next year? Because I'm currently not in the position to afford a course this year.
Yes, we planning to have this course sustainable for many years.
Exactly. Yeah, basically, for those who are still wondering how the courses work, we have several months where kind of all of the courses start at the same time. Then 3 months pass because usually the courses take from 1 to 3 months in duration. They happen weekly. And by the end, you have one kind of month of vacation, which was September. But if you want to study more, there's also an after class. So you can basically have the whole year round
It's basically, yeah, it's basically a
weekly
mentorship.
feedback sessions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
after
mentorship. That's what it is.
it's called after class, but actually it's a mentorship. Like anyone can come, and basically it's we have it 3 times per year. It's like Kata said, the September, January, and May, and you can come there and you can bring anything you want to practice. And we have twice less like meetings twice per week, and you can ask me anything to give you feedback. I don't know, for your diplomas work, your freelance, or whatever you want to practice. There is no lectures, it's only meetings and feedback. That's why afterclass is very good for people who know what they want to do and they want to have my own basically mentorship.
On it, exactly. So, actually, since we already got into the mentorships as a whole, maybe we can talk a little bit more. I can give you the floor in explaining about um, good ways to start animation, and for example, starting it in the school. Is there any like specific benefits, and where like any benefits in having a mentorship like that in
Yeah.
general? Something based on feedback.
I mean, now in the internet there is a lot of free materials and like YouTube videos, 12 prints animation principles, what it is, and a lot of like Reddit conversations and maybe Gumroads, Aram Blaze, like some courses, etc. Basically, you can have them, and it will give you some knowledge, some information about animation industry. I mean, animation itself. I mean, first of all, and you can make some like exercises, assignments, let's say, to practice. But from my point of view, from my experience, doing like exercises by yourself, it required a lot of motivation, a lot of consistency in your work, because if you just do some animation like once per week, like during like 2-3 hours, and then you come back to next week, etc., it would not affect, it would be very slow and would not affect on your skills as much as you have, for example, some specific course, specific meetings, deadlines, and with that effort, with that let's say how to say system, you would have some borders, and you have to every time deliver some work, to show to the mentor, and it keep you in tonus, keep you like refreshed, and most important, it's of course that you like everything what you're doing, you don't know what thing that you're doing is correct or not. You just doing it, and until you just fulfill the assignment, like make this assignment, you will see from the distance, let's say, is it working. But in the courses, when you make every step with a mentor, let's say, the mentor will see where you're going, what you want to achieve, and they will guide you right away from the beginning. They will tell you, okay, here you have to do that. Here, you see, this is not correct. You have to make it a little bit different. And then something start to click in your mind, because people with experience see everything right away, see what's wrong, what works, what not, and only by telling that, you basically reducing amount of time of learning some animation principles, or just growing skills much faster. Basically how it works. That's why, and like when, for example, every 4 months or even more, me personally, I do some online free workshops. I give people knowledge from the course, from my experience, and I don't afraid to give knowledge just for free, because I know that this is not the most valuable. That is not I mean, people with the knowledge can only the most talented maybe people will get everything right away, just by like reading or looking at something, and they will just, oh, it's clicking right away. Then they won't have to spend like hours and hours practicing until it's just, oh,
Unfortunately,
now
us mortals.
yeah,
Yeah.
now I understand how to do that, right? But in the course, when the mentors see your work, they give you feedback, and now it clicks, because you see suddenly, like when and also when you're talking, when you're talking to mentor, you're asking questions. You're like, oh, can you check this and can you do that? And can you explain how it works? Because you cannot ask a Gumroad questions, right? You cannot ask Aaron Blaze if you're buying some free, I mean, some recording course, like, hey, Aaron Blaze, can you change like my hand drawing or something? No, but this is the most like important, and that's why it's the most expensive, right? It's feedback sessions, because it's a shortcut, let's say, shortcut for you, for your time, for your efforts, let's say. And
Yeah,
also
even in some places, yeah.
and also you're probably gonna be more confident about your skills, because you have skills from already people from the industry who deliver the job, right? And they get accepted, they get like approved, and it means that they have knowledge and capability to show you what works in the industry, because you can make your animation by yourself, but sometimes it couldn't work. It can work for you, and you would think that, oh, this is amazing, this is just like the best thing what I did, and it's perfect. But if you show to the industry, suddenly if you show to the studio, suddenly nobody wants you, right? Nobody wants your skills, and they will not give you a job, for example, and you don't know why, right? You just stay here and say like, why? I did everything. I did everything what I want, what I can, and they still not accepting me. And that's why the course is also the shortcut for that, for the industry, because people from the industry give you feedback and explains why, explains what works, what's not.
Mm. Yeah, I agree. Especially having mentors who are in the industry and kind of actively know the standards and, the general requirements to be a part of it, I think is also very, very valuable. We have another question from let's actually circle back a little bit because we talked a lot more about why the feedback is very valuable, but I want to jump and talk a bit more about the courses again. So I got a question from F&B Animation. Question: I really want to participate in the cartoon creation course. Is there some kind of selection for animators? When it will happen next? Because I'm only starting my first class next week. So we can explain a little bit more what the short film creation course is. If you go on the website, you'll see courses in traditional 2D animation, and also we have courses in visual development. So they combine into this one big team once our school produces a short film. It usually is around about like 1 minute, where all of the artists gather together, they pitch an idea together, and then week by week, they develop it. So for elaboration, I'll give the mic to you so you can talk a little bit more what happens during it.
Yeah, basically short film creation, it's our, let's say, diploma work, where all students, like for example, all students who get to this short film creation course, because it's course number 4, it's basically our top tier. I don't know. And to get that, you have to fulfill all courses before, right? Like first, second, third, and then you can go to the fourth. Or if you're already experienced and you want to team up with another animators to make some short film. For example, if you have already skills in acting, like body mechanics, foundation, like 12 principles, etc., you can make your animation. You can keep the model. You can I don't know, make set animation, dynamic animation. Then you can show your portfolio, and then you could be accepted to the short film creation, because there we make like 40 seconds, like up to 1 minute max project. Usually it's some kind of teaser. It's some kind of like a teaser, let's say, very short form of some idea. For example, we sometimes do these shorts for the festivals, like openings like intros for the festival, or it's a teaser. For example, now we're developing a teaser of already existed project, just to make it as a fan project, because people wanted to make something cool in what they love. And basically in this course, not only animators team up to work together. There is also a course like that called 2D FX animation, like VFX. Basically, you have people and mentor from the VFX course. He is super talented guy who worked in like many anime, or like he did that, for example, special effects for the Spider-Verse. And
Quite
not
so, yeah.
yeah, so he's so super experienced, and people who participate in the course so happy about his approach. So if you go if you go to this course, you not only make it a short like not a storyboard animation, like character design. I mean, it depends. You don't need to do all of that. You because it's a team, so basically you can divide between yourself what you want to do. There is also like a course of the people from the course of VFX. They come to your team, and from the second month or third one, I don't remember, but it's not from the beginning, and they help you also to your idea, to your like animation, add some special effects, and you have a teacher also who can explain to you, because if you want to participate also in the VFX team, you can do that, and you can get like, let's say, free feedback of these masters. And also there is, in the end, there is a team of compositing. They will make everything looks more cinematography, like basically put more depth, blurs, particles, and all this beauty, to not make your animation flat, right? So basically we have 4 teams: visual development, special effects, compositing, and animation. And sometimes we don't have a team for the visual development, but it means that visual development teacher will come to you and help you create your style, let's say, of the project. So basically you will be not abandoned. It will be also guided by him. And yeah, so basically within 3 months and 1 month and plus, in the after class and the compositing team will finish the 1 minute short, let's say. And you can check our shorts in the YouTube channel. We have a bunch of them, and you can see that the quality of the teamwork is very good. It's very professional. So I really recommend it for the people who know who finish all courses or have experience in animation but want to make a team, want to make his own short film and understand how it works. Because during this process, you will also have experience in working with the composer. I mean, with who make music also, and sound design. So basically, that everything, all directions, what you need, you're gonna have there.
Yeah, I remember how we used to talk about the short film creation course, and we talked about it. It's like almost like a production. And I always go like, no, it's not almost a production. It is a fully professional production. You have all of the steps from the pitching session where you meet all together and you all pitch ideas like on a real like pitching day, and you pick the idea and you discuss it, and it's all very serious. I went through all of it when we were creating our short film, because I went through all of the courses in the classical 2D animation, and then I actually was very lucky and I got to go through a course through VFX animation. So I actually saw both sides, coming from the beginning of the production and in the middle, and it's always it's very fun, but it's also very intense at the same time, because there's like a lot of stuff that's going to be asked of you to deliver, but also the results are absolutely breathtaking. So yeah. For you, F&B animation, since you're only starting your first class next week, take your time, relax, enjoy the whole journey, because you're going to look back at it and you'll be, missing the times where you just did like a turnaround or like a bouncing ball. Once you're going to have all of these dynamic shots, all of these effects, wins, overshoots, once they're going to be clogging, your head, you're going to miss the good old days. So enjoy, stretch your hands. I think that would be also very good. We also have another question from Loopy Arts. So the question is, would you recommend any university for animation, or do you feel it isn't needed? And do you feel like online learning is a more worthy investment?
I'm
Which is a big
definitely,
question.
yeah, I definitely think that online education, especially, I mean, there is a bunch of schools in the world, right, about animation, and I don't want to be too modest here. I just want to say that we here have superior quality, and we really prepare people for the industry. Because sometimes I see some online schools of animation, and just by looking at the students' works, I just see that no, it's not possible to do. To prepare people for the industry with this quality of works. So I wouldn't like if I would put the same quality in our website, I would be ashamed of it. Like, yeah, and but what you see in our website is basically our best students of the best, and also every 4 months we upload new in a compilation of our bests, and you can see basically what the level you can achieve if you would work constantly and put efforts in your work, right, in your animation. And like honestly, everyone who I met in the industry said that the quality it's very high. It's very high, and even some schools in Europe, they not always, because of course it's like a curve. Sometimes they have more qualified students, like talented students, less skilled, I would say skilled students. It's also for us as well the same thing. But I heard from people saying that our students who go to the internship, so some student to work, they actually sometimes better prepared than the students from the universities, like well-known universities from the Europe. So again, it depends on you. It depends how much time you put in your animation basic development, your animation grow. But if you compare, go to like 5 days per week to the university, and put like 8 hours per day to the study in the university, and do the same thing with the online course, you probably do maybe the shorter, because the whole hour course is 1.5 years. You will achieve the same thing in a shorter amount of time. I really believe, for example, I was in Gobelin. And I think, I mean, if I remember what I have in portfolio from the Gobelin, I basically have the same amount of assignments from Gobelin, maybe one more. Like we don't do like animal walk cycle as we're doing here in our course. Acting, yes. Dynamic shot, yes. You have a short film creation where you have like the whole diploma work, but of course we have like 5 minutes. Let's say we had a 5 minute short, but now you have one. Of course, it's a smaller size, but you already have the skills of doing it by yourself, for example, or you can go to the master degree, for example. If you think about Gobelin, again, now it's the 3 and 2 years, right? In total 5. You can go to our course, put your efforts and make 1.5 years in our course. You will have everything that Gobelin will teach you there. The one difference is you go to the school every day. You spend 3 years there, working, sitting there, eating with people, meeting people, talking to people, and it's nice to have it like like university. right? The building itself, but it's so expensive and not everyone can get there. Okay, if you want to go to Gobelin, for example, and you can afford it and you can get in, go to Gobelin. It's nice experience, like life experience, like spending three or 5 years in the best school of the world. Sure, go there, spend this time. It's gonna be not only experience in animation, it's gonna be life experience. Like let's spend like it's basically like I wouldn't say that it's a Hogwarts for animators. It's more like a manufacturer of animators. Basically, like they build animators there, not like no magic. But if you cannot go to Gobelin, but and you still like very you pursue this goal, right, to be animator, professional animator, you will not miss anything if you come here to us. I don't want to sell you this course. I really believe in that I and my colleagues, we put everything, we put all efforts in our students, and yeah, basically everything what I know, everything what I have, I basically put to my students, and only with that I can say that I'm confident about our education, and it's going to be enough to get to the industry if you put your all efforts to that, because it's only dependent on you. I cannot guarantee that you're gonna get this work if you're not gonna work for that.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Yeah, it very much depends on the amount of effort you put in. But I can personally vouch, I have people who only started like through maybe they drew before, but they started online course and they have already, have jobs, even like as cleanup artist or tie down animators, but still they're able to actually take what skills they have and actually apply them in a working industry and actually have a position that they secured for themselves through this. So that's absolutely true. And I also think it's very good if you're specifically want to do 2D animation, to have a specialized course that is specifically catered to your needs. It's sometimes better than going to a university where they have more of a goal to show you all of the facets. So, for example, they would have a 2D section course, but they would also have a 3D section course, maybe stop motion, maybe cutout, and you have to do all of these assignments as well. And if you feel that you only want to do 2D animation and you want to focus on it specifically, then something like an online course, I think, would be just better in terms of goal fulfillment and just
Yeah.
being efficient if you're just that kind of person. Actually,
Exactly,
since
exactly.
we started talking about students and everything, and I want to kind of focus more on the feedback, kind of the value and importance of it, maybe we can show a couple of live demonstrations we promised in the beginning, and maybe watch a couple of progressions of the students shot if we can do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect.
I'll show you my screen.
Also, I'm going to remind you while we're turning on the screen and doing everything that you can always check out our courses. It's down in the description below. There are a variety of them for people who are only starting, free courses, for example, for those who just found us for the first time somehow and they're here. Hello. There are also courses for people like that there, and also for those who want to make their craft better and improve what they already have. All of them start in October, so you have just a couple of days to decide if it's something you want to do. And also, the chat is open for your questions. We're here mainly to kind of talk with you and have a more conversational stream this time. So, also, I'm very grateful for all of the questions that have been already asked. They're very good and they're very insightful. I can tell you're listening. Thank you. And actually, we have another question. Um, will it be feasible to pursue the animation courses along with doing something part-time or a full-time job?
It depends on you, of course. It depends how much time after work you can invest in animation. I would say the best, for example, how to say the best situation if you would invest in your every week assignment 8 hours at least. Minimum, I mean, 8 hours, it's a solid push of your assignment forward. If you could do, it's basically 2 hours per day, or like three and two, like it depends of your time. If you can do more, it's amazing. If it less, it's you would push your animation forward, but maybe you would be not that efficient as you could do, as could be. Also, it depends, of course, like animation education extremely depends on your drawing skills. You have to understand that a part of animation, if you're not confident in drawing skills, you have to at least spend 1 hour per day making studying of anatomy, making live drawings. Basically, for example, Kata will tell you more about our Discord weekly drawing sessions, for example, where we have subscription to Croquis Cafe, and where there is amazing poses and models which you can draw every day with a group of people. I mean, every week with a group of
We try
people.
weekly,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
daily if people will be active enough.
If it's gonna be so popular, that's gonna be like hundreds of people. Maybe we're gonna do it daily. But for now it's weekly, and but you have to study it by yourself as well if you have problems with drawing skills. If not, basically 8 hours per week, it's like standard. If you can, if you can more, amazing. You can be more successful, more efficient, with better, maybe more complex animation in the course. So so it's up to you. In basically in a perfect world, it would, of course, be better if you wouldn't draw, if you wouldn't work, if you would just concentrate on your assignments every day. Work, eat, sleep, work, and then you have just perfect, like, superior demo reel after the whole 4 courses, and you will just be like grabbed by the studio right away. I'm pretty sure that it's possible, but it's just golden situation.
Yeah, not everyone can have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it very much depends on the level of effort you put in. But also, I want to add, in terms of feasible being like flexible, then the courses are very flexible on its own. If you have a part-time job that takes specific hours out of your day and you can't spend on them, we have basically how the feedback goes. Every week, there's a specific day when you have to submit your work, your assignments, what you've done during the week, and you come all together in like one Zoom room and you go exercise by exercise. Edward gives feedback. And sometimes people who have something going on, sometimes they can't come to the Zoom meeting, then it's being recorded. And you can watch it, of course, after the fact in a recording. It's going to be available for you for like a long while.
Of
Plus,
course, it
the
would. Of course, it would
courses.
be better. I'm sorry. Of course, it would be
Yeah.
better if you would be present in the course and you would ask questions. And you would, look at your classmates and check and see their mistakes, because you learn from them. You learn from their mistakes because you. This is another. Actually, this is a big thing, a big plus to the online courses against the offline. For example, when I was in Gobelin, the teachers also was the whole day with us, because we had 30 people in the class, right? And to give everyone a feedback, and every feedback will take like 30 minutes at least for everyone. Like, you can count how long it would take, right? Sometimes people get feedback on the next day. For example, they have something to show and they just have to wait or do something else, or just continue going. but to write in the how to say, in the desk, like in the board, like, okay, I'm a
cute.
17th, I'm a 17th, I write my name, right? And it's take
Right.
ages, right? Our feedback sessions take 3, maximum 3 hours, like sometimes, like some in rare occasions, like 3.5, but usually it's from 2 to 3. And basically you see all feedbacks and you learn from all of them, because in a real life I couldn't check, I had no time, right, to go with the teacher and hear all feedbacks that he give to everyone. I could only come and see in I would say in the breaks, what are the
Mhm.
people doing, right? And just see, oh, it's nice. Oh, okay. Ah, that's not good. Okay, and go, right? But here you can see what mentor says for everyone, and you learn from them. You learn what other people's mistakes, and you just, okay, so not this, I'm not gonna do. Okay, this I'm gonna do. And basically listening the feedback, it's like a passive experience in the video game. Basically you learn, you're listening, and your XP, right, you're going like gaining, and then boom, you have a level up, because you listen so much, something about the animation, about the assignment, and you just it start to click in one moment. The clicking, I in metaphor, is leveling up. If it clicks in your mind, it's just, oh right, now I see. Now I see what I should do. And this, let's say, it's leveling up. And from my experience, it also comes not only from your feedback, but also feedback from your classmates. And this is also very, very important. And I didn't have it in the Goblin.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, very valuable. We also, I forgot if hopefully we answered your question. I think yes, we did. That the classes are flexible enough, and also it
Yeah.
very much depends on the amount of effort you put in. So if there's anything you want to ask as well, feel free to do so. But hopefully we've answered your question. We have another one from Adit. I hope I pronounced it right. I never did before. Where will we get help to build our real portfolio from the mentor?
Of course, yes. The whole course is about to make your demo reel. But again, demo reel that contains our assignments from the course, not your own works. Your own works you can present on after class. We have it 3 times per year. You can bring anything you want, your own works, your own demo reels, like format demo reels, and rebuild in after class. We just finished one. It was in the September. Next gonna be in January.
So you have enough time to prepare if you want to do something, on your own time, and then
Yeah.
have like this one specific month to improve it. I also like it because usually on the normal courses where you get one meeting a week, during the after class, you basically meet 2 times a week, right? So you basically have twice the
Yes.
amount of
Yes.
sessions.
Yes.
Also crazy.
Right. Are we going to check what our students was doing on the first course?
Yes, I'd love to. But you'll need to turn on the screen again if it was
Yes.
off because we
Yes.
glitched a little.
Yes. Yes. All right. So basically today I will show you our amazing students, because they prepared also all critiques passes in the notes. It's just amazing. So basically here it's work of Dania. And here is her first pass of our second month assignment. It means that we already did basic 12 basic principles of animation, let's say, in the first months. It was like bouncing ball, overlapping action, pendulum movement, like jumping sack, and etc. etc. And basically now we have something more complex. Basically, we start from the pillow that make a hit, a punch, and through this punch, our character morph into someone else, and this someone else should fly around and make 360-degree oak rotation in the air. So basically, it's a combo exercise and it's designed to teach you how to be consistent in model with the pillow, how to make something more than just moving and jumping. It's like punch, like with the anticipation. And this is very important about the rhythm. Rhythm in this exercise is crucial. Basically, to have like slow and fast moments. And for example, here, when you make a punch, you basically make a anticipation, slow, and then very fast movement, the punch, then morph, arcs, etc., etc. So basically, you can see the first pass of it. So it's already quite good, right? It's very solid pass, and it's first pass without my feedback. Just first pass. And here Dania prepared everything for you. Basically, you can see. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we're gonna have the recording of it. So I don't want to read everything, but basically you can see it was feedback about perspective.
Yeah, I think
It
the
was
viewers, they can click like stop and they can even enlarge the picture now. So
it's
they'll be able to
possible,
read
right?
it.
It's possible to make it on YouTube, right? Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I think so, of course.
So basically, because since it's private meeting, I don't know how it works, but okay.
Okay.
Basically here I was talking probably about sliding feeds, yeah, because we don't slide if it's not I would say if it's not need to be slide, we don't slide.
Uh-huh.
This is
Yeah.
important. Basically here. Yeah, the edit of it, because Dania's like bird was coming out of the window later. I mean, in one
Mhm.
shot, it's already breakthrough, and in another shot, it was still like, I mean, hide it in the room.
Mhm.
So
So it was
basically,
more about the staging,
it should be
the
about
direction of
editing.
it.
Should be edited
Mhm.
to make it
Mhm.
like immediately
Mhm.
continuation.
Mhm.
Basically, here about the arc, the fall, because in the beginning it was a pillow, it was not the bird right away, it was the pillow,
Mhm.
and the fall of the pillow, how it should go, in which direction should go, basically. And the level, of course, we should always remember about the perspective. It's very important because it's the angle of the perception of things. Yeah, the FX was just like a placeholder. If you put some special effects, you have to make it right. You have to find the right design and follow and make this, I would say, it has some rhythm, it has specific arcs. You have to do all of that. So this is also important. That's why this exercise has 4 weeks. So every week we improve until we have the last basically already, I mean, solid animation.
Mhm.
So yeah, basically here I explain about the perspective in the air, how the bird will move, will fly, with what arcs and what directions, about the rhythm. That's we have to always think about what's gonna be fast, what's gonna be slow, because rhythm is all about moving fast and slow, like alternate movement. So this was my first path. Quite a lot of information to do. So let's check Danya's second pass. Yeah. Now it's
Yeah,
much better with the rhythm,
yeah.
much more developed with the volume of the bird.
Mhm.
So basically you can see the edit is much more straightforward. The
Mhm.
special effects was better designed. And yeah, and we have a slowing downs here and then acceleration again. So yeah, it's much more solid. But still, it was not all. Basically, when you make one thing, and if it works, I basically this is time for secondary mistakes, right? In the beginning, I give you one, basically the majority, or I mean, the principal mistake that you have that attracts my attention. When you make corrections and everything, and if you did everything what I asked, basically I start to think and see what's next, what's still left, right? Like secondary mistakes. So here about
Exactly.
here the pillow was flat. In the beginning, it was not at all important. Now it's become because all other works good. So here about the framing, about the holes, like again the timing, the rhythm of the anticipation. Asymmetrical to not make it it's about the appeal to make your pose interesting, and asymmetrical because symmetry is very weird. It means, I mean, if you do something symmetrical, it should be it should be designed to be it should be maybe
Intended to be that way.
exactly, thank you,
Yeah.
maybe by purpose. If it's not by purpose, you better avoid symmetry.
Exactly. Symmetrical things are for angels, creepy things, and robots, and that's it.
Yeah.
Everything else is it's sadly not
Exactly.
perfect.
I didn't hear that before. Angels, wow. Okay, but tangents. Tangents is our worst enemy as well. We have to avoid tangents by any cost. Basically, this is like
True.
all mistakes, and it's not beautiful. Tangents kill our appeal. Here, introduce by the full advantage of the all travel intro. Okay, so basically here, we had a lot of free space around, but Danya decided to move her owl in the most, in how to say, not crowd, but like dirty place. I mean, with a lot of details, a lot of
Busiest. Yeah.
busiest. Yeah, thank you. The busiest spot in the background, and it basically it's more difficult to read. To read the character if it goes that way. Try to always. I think here it was very good that Danya did a background right away, because she could after she could find the right path to make it correct, not blend it with the background and make it very visible, very easy readable. And here it is not very easy readable. It's just very busy. So this is also important. And yeah, the background is also tangents, I guess. Tree backgrounds. Okay. Yeah, because it's a tree behind, so it's not very good. Or I basically propose also go maybe lower. Also touch the corners of the screen. It's not always good. If you want, go out of the screen. It should be intended. Here, it was not intended. It was just a mistake because it was just stopping here. It's not very good. You have to either go up or do not touch the frame. Basically here as well, I changed a little bit the arc. I explained the volume of the movement in the space, how we should rotate, that we're gonna have some frames from the front, some frames from the back. Landing, yeah, perspective also about the positioning of the posts. All right, let's see what's happened next.
Ooh.
Yes, much better. Much better.
Wow.
And this is example of student that he hears me. This she heard me every time. She really made notes about what I said and really tried to understand what it means. And this is like example of the perfect reading of my notes. What else left? Oh, I had much more, much more notes, even more notes, guys. Never stop.
So you can see like each step by step. Maybe we'll
I mean,
review her and maybe like one other student just to see how different they are.
yeah.
But this is like very thorough.
Yes, yes. I mean, this also uh, example of my approach when I see that students can afford high quality animation in this assignment, I immediately raise the bar and propose add something more complex, more complex, more complex. For example, here I propose her to make animation of, I would say, like ripping apart, like the pillow, like
Ripping?
the fabric ripping apart. Yeah, like it goes apart and the owl goes out of the pillow, and to make this morphing more complex.
Mhm.
Also, I was talking about the special effects and about the wood that breaks around, like goes around and flies, how to make it more complex, how to avoid, again, symmetrical, I mean, in the same volumes. Yeah, the smoke, how it goes. Basically, this is a window, and that's the smoke. For example, when the pillow goes out of the window, the smoke also pursues and moves together. Here as well, the shapes. So basically, you see every time there is something more and more. But for example, there is always one thing that left from the special effects, that special effects doesn't disappear altogether. It should be desynchronization, and one part disappears later than others. So basically this. Then we start to talk about better posings of the character, start to be more 3D dimensional. Again, the volume, perspective as well in mind. Yes, Tanya she's the best. I don't know, like, to prepare this kind of. I think I will add this. I think I will add these notes to my classes. just to an example to.
That is a very good demonstration of, what the assignment starts from and what can be improved. Because that's for me, when I look at these notes, I think about like all of the people who do animations like on their own and like they don't get that outside perspective. And even though the original animation is already very good, even though it's like a rough frames and just like the
Yeah.
key poses where the character is going to be, it's already very good. But there's so much stuff you can improve that you would have no idea that you
And
could do
guys,
it, you know?
Danya, she was from the beginning very skilled
Hmm.
person,
It
and
shows, yeah.
and you can see how many mistakes she still does, and how many things we improve together. And
Hmm.
basically, it's exactly what I said. She was a skilled person. I mean, she is a skilled person, and now she finished the second course with astonishing work. But again, every time when she brings something, there is still things to improve. And with a huge, strong skill base, she can do like extraordinary work. That's why every time when you think that, oh, I'm already experienced, I did a lot of like my own studying, etc., don't let's say fool yourself, and if you go to the first course, you will fulfill many gaps I'm sure you have gaps. You will fulfill that, and you could do amazing work in the first course. It's just make a gift for yourself. Just make this course, and you will see how much stronger you become after this. Okay, let's check your our last path. I mean, it's not last, but fourth one. Yeah. Basically it's the same as was before, but a little bit more polished, a little bit like without many let's say mistakes. Now it's I will do it very fast now. About the wings, basically about the poses, about the synchronization, etc. Yeah, about the model, about the smears also. So just to make your animation better. And let's check her final work from the demo reel.
Yes. I want to see what the final result came. I think we had her final result.
Yes.
I think in the demo reel, I've seen it.
In the
Yeah.
compilation.
So those who have actually been, looking and watching intently, they already know the end result. It's so good.
Yeah. So let's check another student that's actually also very serious about the approach. Actually, it was actually the background design. It was like this before. Now, then she changed it here. Now here, here, and look, it was like that. Then she did the construction. Then boom, and final.
Wow.
So amazing. And then she started to study the wings. Because in animation, when you want to animate something, you have to understand how to move it, how it moves. Basically, the wings, how it goes, how shapes works, in which direction they can move, how overlap they can. So basically, this is extremely important to make your
So much prep work.
Yeah.
This is
in
amazing.
1 month, within 1 month, just amazing.
Wow.
All right. So there is also work and turnaround, but let's move on. Let's go to Leonardo.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's the same version one, maybe not. It's a
Maybe, I'm
turnaround.
not sure. I think he
It's a
included a video. Yeah.
No, it's a turnaround. But here it's morphing. Basically, this is the first version. I mean, version 2.
Oh yeah, I think that dragon was also in the
Yes.
I
mean,
promo
they
today.
all of our
Of course they would be, but
all of our presentation, I mean, examples are very strong. That's why they were in the best students compilations. So basically, this was like second version. I think after or before my feedback, I don't remember. This was fifth one. So yeah.
Since you've already seen most of the improvements that happen week by week, we have a bigger jump, but you can still see a lot more differences.
Yeah. It's more about the differences are more about the rhythm, about the poses, and there is still the smoke that was just a placeholder. I always think. I think it doesn't work like it should, and now you see the final. So you can see how rhythm works, how the poses works, how you see the movement of the smoke changed because it was just going up, but now it moves in the same direction how it starts. Yeah, and these breaks, these bricks of the wall as well, how they placed, it was all discussed. And also I don't know, I'm not sure if you notice it, but when the dragon lands on the wall, very small
More.
pieces of the wall just goes front, just fly, lands on the
Yeah.
ground, just small touch that makes it more believable, like
Mm-hmm.
we believe in that siege. So it's very cool.
Wow.
And let's check our last student. This is the final version. Maybe this student is the most lazy one. That's why he didn't prepare the previous
Oh, well,
versions.
I didn't exactly ask this. I think Danny and Leonardo over delivered.
Yeah, I mean
They just
they.
wanted, to show the effort.
I mean, I appreciate it so much what they did.
Me too.
But
Me
this
too.
one, but these students, it's just yeah. I say that lazy, but look at this work.
Lazy. If that's lazy, I don't know what I
Yeah.
am.
No, it's not. I'm just kidding. This is like also amazing work. Look at the bird animation, how it goes out. This is very well put it. I would say in terms of rhythm, in terms of
Mhm.
spacing, volume, all good, all very good. I'm very happy about the results.
Yeah.
And again, guys, this is first course. Basically, this basically first course, but second month only.
Mhm.
And of course, this like polished works, they could deliver it for demo reel after the course, like 2 weeks after the course. So basically, don't be scared that you have to do that in the end of second month. In the end
Mhm.
of second month, we finish this assignment, but you still can improve it until the demo session. It's gonna be in the
Mhm.
end of the course, so you will have some time. Yeah. So basically that's it.
Mhm.
It's what basically you have 3 examples of our students of the most. I mean, it's not the most challenging. I mean, it's one of the most challenging exercises of the course. Before, of
Mhm.
course, we have also like turnarounds. This turnaround of Dania also like amazing.
Yeah, what's
It
in that?
it's a Sinbad. In the beginning, it was already very solid, extremely solid. And every time we had more and more improvement, and more you see that you see some volumes, positioning, placement of the feet on the ground, understanding the volume. Basically, this if second month is preparation for the second course dynamic shot. It means like we understand the depth, we understand the rhythm, volume, how to keep the model. Here is actually keeping the model exercise because you learn how to draw the character, how to make him everywhere consistent and recognizable, and work with construction, because without this, without understanding the space, the volume, you will not make a good animation in the future, because I usually in traditional animation our character moves in space, and even if they're standing, they still gesturing, moving with the head in space further and closer. So that's why it's so important. And this turnaround exercise is basically like a bridge between second and first course, because in the second course we're gonna animate only characters, and basically they should all be done in model. That's why this is so
Mhm.
important.
Oh wow, the final work's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, amazing. All right,
Absolutely.
I think that's it for the demonstration of the students.
Yeah.
We still have some cute presentation.
Yeah, we prepared a little bit, but I think we discussed a lot of the stuff we had. So here we go. Here's something was like important in terms of like knowledge, and here you get a little dessert to laugh with
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
Uh,
just to what to expect. If you
exactly.
if you don't know what it is like to do traditional animation, what to expect.
Yes, exactly. And
Basically,
you
it's
run
yeah.
straight into the tornado and get
Yes.
overwhelmed. We have a couple of questions already. So first, it's a smaller one, also from F&B Animation. Did the students who you've showed before had any experience before the course? I know Leonardo definitely did,
Yes,
but I'm not sure Zamora and
he already working he was working in I think like cutout animation, I guess, in some studio, but it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Um, and but yeah, he already knew how to draw, how to yeah. It's exactly and it's exactly a good example of person who is already experienced, but not be afraid to start from the beginning and really like going higher and higher with every step and and now he just finished the third course and his skills are just amazing and he's also working like full time in the work and he of course he is not finishing completely his works because of time and it's a pity but his works are really really strong in a strong level right away. I mean not right away but in the end after all his efforts. So it's very good. Dania also, but I'm not sure if Dania is working. I'm not sure. I don't think so. But she's really like I would say very serious student. She's very serious about her work in in the classes.
I like it. It also speaks to, I'm sorry, my dog is
No
yawning in the
way.
background. I think it's also speaks to this kind of saying we talked about before, how much effort you put in.
Yeah.
Because if even if you put the 8 hours, but during the 8 hours, you're just redoing one thing and you don't keep any notes and you don't watch all of the other students' reviews and you don't see like the systematic kind of feedback things that appear almost in every student's work that you can already try fixing and just try do like brute forcing it, it's not going to give the same results as
I,
someone who
I mean,
comes with it with
yeah.
analytical mind.
It depends. It depends of everyone because everyone has its their own speed of learning things, right? Someone can just read something, hear something, and understand right away, and make it good result, right? Some people, for example, like Kata said, put like 8 hours, maybe more hours in the work and not delivering maybe the best result. But again, it's not because you're like not capable. It's just different people, experience. I mean, basically, go how to say differently, right? With different speed. The most important part to understand for the whole life, it's just if you want something, just do not stop, just go, the drip of water breaks the stone, so just keep going, keep working, and if you really like trying to understand, not just like Akata said, like brute time like work, but if you analyze, if you think what's wrong, why it's wrong, what Edward said, what other students did wrong, right, what they did right, and just analyze and try to implement into your work, basically this would make give you much more results, I think. And yeah, and in the end you will achieve, doesn't matter when, but you will achieve amazing result.
Exactly. We have a couple of more questions. First one is a little specific. After studying a specific subject in depth, for example, human anatomy, how complex can it be to create an animation if you like, I guess, to create an animation if you can't find a reference that is really useful for you? They're saying if using a reference is not practical for a scene, but I'm guessing they meant it in a way they can't find a reference that really does the same thing.
I mean,
How hard does
references.
it
I mean,
get?
references from the internet. Uh, they rarely are exactly the same as you want to do. Only if you just go search, you just go to Sakugaboru, or you just go to Pinterest and you intendedly search for references and pick some and just do the same. I mean, get inspired by some animation and do the same but different, right? So only then it's just like perfect references. Usually there is not exist perfect references. You always should shoot references by yourself, and only if you have something extreme like parkour or something else, you can of course search for the references, but it's more advanced level. You have to look for the references, but you have to change references in your mind to connect better to your angles, maybe of your character animation, etc. You have to look at the reference and understand the movement and implement it to your animation. But it's more difficult. Usually, if it's something less extreme, usually I recommend to shoot the references all the time. I always shoot references because without them, I basically how to say, I stop myself, or I mean, my references, they are my pre-rough animation. Basically, with the references, I see my roughs before even touch the pen. And it's easily, I mean, it's so faster than after with references to achieve exactly what I want.
Exactly. I agree. Yeah, references are very important. And sometimes if you want a good reference, you have to just, create the reference yourself.
Yeah.
So many times I've set up the camera in so many awkward places to get that exact angle I needed. So
Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta get up and work. And also we have another question, which is a bit more open. What do major studios look for in a beginner animator?
First of all, they look for strong drawing skills, understanding of the perspective of the body mechanics, and yeah, if you can get to the model and keep it consistent, this is first of all what they're looking for. But next let's say level, it's yeah, acting, dynamic, I mean body mechanic, like weightlifting, for example, something interaction with the objects. Basically, if you understand how to show the weight, how to show it, like understand how to say probability, not probability, this is real, how to show that's okay. I believe in what my character is doing, right? With the objects, for example, right? With the weight, with the, I don't know, like scale, basically to show that. Basically, that's why second and third course is the most important, because it shows that exactly. This is what studio is doing. But also remember that your demo reels should have only the best of your work, because people in studios will always judge by your worst work. Do not put your, I don't know, like your animations from years, like when you just start your learning process, and then you put something from our course and just, hey, look how good I am now. It doesn't work. They will always judge you by the worst work. If you put them together, it means that you don't understand the difference between the previous work and this work that is better. And basically, usually people from the studio, if someone sends like students work, they are afraid that they see in a demo reel mentors work, basically the mentors feedbacks, right? So it's important that you understand what mentor said and do it, I mean, by yourself, right, correct, and you can produce exactly the same thing. I mean, you can like how to say, you can repeat the same knowledge that you learn from your work. You can do the same thing in other example, in other shot. because if you just barely finished what you have in demo reel and you're afraid and you didn't understand what the exercise was for, and basically the majority of your work was my feedback. Basically it's what studio is afraid of, basically, to not hire students but the mentor.
Exactly. Well, I think we've been going on for like, it says 84 minutes, so I trust my
Yeah.
timer. We've been going on for long enough, and we've been talking through the whole time, so I bet our mentor is pretty tired. So maybe since we answered all of the questions, I think we can slowly start closing it off.
Yeah.
First of all, I wanted to say thank you for joining us here today. It was very fun to get to listen to all of this, to see some of the students, especially how meticulously they went showing your feedback. I think it's very important. And it's amazing that we actually got it on video, because I'll actually be able to go back and click and actually read through all of this, because it's actually very, very interesting. And a lot of feedback is a lot more universal than you think it might be on first glance. So a lot of the stuff, feedback for other people would be just as useful for you. So I would never say no to an opportunity. Also, I want to say thank you for the chat. Thank you for all the people who've been asking questions, who've been active here, and even those who just sat and watched through all of the whole thing. It takes a lot of attention span to do it, so you get a special round of applause, whether you're watching this live or in a recording. Of course, always, if you like what you see, if you like the way the assignments are getting improved and you like the courses and you feel that animation is calling you, whether for the first time or as, returning to your craft or improving it, you can always go to the courses. They're down in the description. We have everything starting from basics to body mechanics to complicated acting up to, as we discussed, short film creation. So the next block of the courses, the next kind of school year, the 3-month school year, we have it starting in October. So you have just a couple of days to decide for yourself if you want to join the courses and if you want to animate this upcoming autumn. But overall, yes, would actually be very happy to see you here on the YouTube channel or in our social medias or in the Discord. As we mentioned a couple of times, we do have a practice session every Sunday and every Thursday. On Sundays, we draw people. On Thursdays, we draw different kind of objects just to have some variety in what we draw. But we'll be happy to see you there anyways. We have a lot of sections where you can share your art and actually ask feedback. And if there would be people who are willing to do it, they would happily help you around. We have a self-help section and we have a lot of useful materials you can also check out. So don't be a stranger. We'd actually love to see you there. And yeah, I don't think I have any more disclaimers to do. Check out, of course, our October courses down in the description. It was very fun seeing you here. And until next time.
Yes.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello everyone, this is Animation School. My name is Edward Kurchevsky and I'm professional 2D animator based in Paris.
Bobby, would you care for a piece of pie?
I studied animation over 10 years in one of the top schools in the world and now I'm ready to share my knowledge with you. In the past 4 years of teaching, my students achieved remarkable results and working in studios like Cartoon Saloon, Skiald, studying in schools like Gobelin l'École de l'Image and CalArts.
I'm not sure what we've got here, Charlie. But if we've got what I think we've got something.
Our goal is to prepare qualified professionals in a short amount of time during our intense course. We are here to also create a bridge between you and studios and help you find your first professional position in industry. Online studying became one of the most important parts in worldwide education system, and I am pretty sure with us you will achieve great results. Good luck!
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Let me explain. No, there is too much. Let me sum up.
We came here to play basketball just like you guys.
You know what I'm thinking? 'Cause I have a guess.
Oh, a bunny. You know, the last known case of a bunny attack was, well, never.
What kind of stupid questions that? Still a D. What else am I going to be? An aardvark?